Hi everyone, my name is Janelle, and for this assignment, we had the opportunity to share an artifact which communicates the word. And for the sake of this video, I am not going to say it just in case I get in trouble by YouTube since this is going on to YouTube. So, with that being said, I'll refer it to spelling it out or just saying by the letter B. So I chose the song BS by Janae Aiko featuring her. There are many reasons why I chose this song, just because it was a good way to do the assignment. Second of all, it's a really good song with a good album, as well as these two female artists are amazing, and I definitely recommend checking them out if you do not know who they are. So with that being said, I feel like the interpretation of this word is very different but the same, especially if you come from the same, depending on what generation you're in. But overall, I just feel like the word has evolved so much over time. Like nowadays it's just being used very loosely in like casual conversation. And with that being said, there's so many ways you can use this word, which I'll go more into detail later. I think, as my interpretation as for this word, I think it's okay to use, but obviously in a responsible manner. It's just common sense of when and when not to use this word. Obviously, this word can be used casually, which I'll go into details, and it can also be used harmfully and hatefully. With that being said, I think it's just very important to be responsible when you use certain words like this one with the several meanings, as it can be interpreted in different ways or misinterpreted in different ways. So with that being said, if you haven't heard the song, check it out. But basically, this song is about Janae trying to speak for herself, as she is now doing her own thing, moving forward with her own life, focusing on her self-growth, as she recently just broke up with her ex-boyfriend, and now she sees her boyfriend as he was not worth it, was not worth her time. She's over and done with him, and despite what others may think, she's still gonna do what she thinks and what she wants to do. And there are very much lyrics that can kind of display what I just said. For instance, she says, "Back up on my BS, back up on the scene, done dealing with you." And with the word B, there's a few interpretations that she uses throughout her song. For instance, in the lyrics, some of y'all never had no real B, and it shows. So basically she's referring to the word in this case as to herself, but in a good manner. But however, later in the song she uses it in more of a hateful manner, as she's describing her ex-boyfriend's now new girlfriend as a downgrade. And as an instance, she says, "I just seen your new B, it boosts my self-esteem." And going forward, I think this song and the concept of communicating with this word can be correlated to what we learned in chapter 5 this week. And there's many different ways with that being said. So as I said earlier, the word has different meanings. It has a connotative meaning and denotative meaning depending on how you use it. Just a reminder, we know connotative meanings are more of the personal meanings, and denotative is more of the dictionary meaning, so like what comes at the book. And I feel like this word is used very loosely, and it really depends on how you use it to change the meaning, and time, place, or whatsoever can really affect that. And I feel like this word can be used in different types of languages, whether it's emotive or equivocal, which can be interpreted in more than one way, or it can show how you feel towards something certain, to someone or something. And to go over it a little bit, like the meaning can mean female dog, like that's a B, or it's a way to tell one of your friends or girls like the gossip, so B, you can't believe what I'm about to tell you. I also think it's a way of complaining, like that hurt like a. And also, I want to say there may be other interpretations, but as far as that, that's how you can communicate with the word. It just really depends on how you use it, and of course, in a responsible manner.